Hey everybody, I'm Mike Steele with BBQ Champs Academy, and we have got a great show lined up for you tonight. It's our manufacturer Midway. We've got some of our partners on tonight. We had a couple of them that could not make it, but we still have discount codes lined up out the wazoo for everybody. We've got a free class giveaway. We've got a $50 gift card that we're going to be giving away from Dustin at the barbecue store. And also David at Gunter Wilhelm Knives is going to be giving away a knife as well. And all that's going to be toward the end of the show. So we are really excited to have this. It's just our way of thanking all of our customers for being part of BBQ Champs Academy. It's a way that we always, week in and week out, are talking about our partners and everything. And we wanted to kind of give them a chance to talk a little bit about their product. I think it's really good to have everybody in at one time where we can ask questions, and if you have something that you'd like to know about the company, have the manufacturer's owner, on our show, I think is a great way to showcase that, where you can go in and ask them questions directly. And then at the same time, they all wanted to give everybody a discount. And we really do appreciate them working with us on that as well. So we got a few folks that's already starting to roll in here. Murph, thank you for being here. Paul, thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you. Dustin, we appreciate you being here with us tonight. John, let's see what we got here from the fabulous Madison, Wisconsin. A good deal, buddy. I hope it's not incredibly hot up there like it is down here in Louisiana. It has been just absolutely brutal. These last week and a half, I mean, it's been right at 100, 101 degrees. It's been pretty miserable and hot and don't really care about going out and cooking right now in this kind of heat. So, but I hope everything's going well for you. Rick, man, thank you for being here tonight. Mr. Terry Roan is in the house. The 2018 SCA World Champion is in the house. Thank you, Terry, for being here as well. If you wasn't with us here, I think it was last week, we released Terry's new 2022 updated recipe, already getting some big positive feedbacks in his private Facebook page. If you are in the SCA competition circuit and you are looking to step up and take a class, I highly recommend you take a look at Terry Roan's new 2022 updated recipes that's included with his 2018 recipe that won him the world champion. And you might want to take a look at those classes. It has been very good. Terry has just consistently been in the top 5, I think now for what, Terry, 4 or 5 years in a row. I know you're in the top 5 or the top 10 again. And it's congratulations to you, man. It's a tough battle out there, and you're just year in and year out, you're always there. And one of the most consistent cooks in the SCA trail. Jeffrey, thank you for showing up tonight. We appreciate you being here. Darren, thank you for being here as well. Caitlin Crane, let's see what we got. Hi, Mike. Happy Tuesday. Excited for another Brady Bunch episode. Yeah, I'm sad that we didn't get to fill up the whole screen because we had a few people that just could not make it. But we've got 3, and with me in it, we'll have 4 on the screen, and it's going to be a fun time. So thank you, Caitlin. That's my wife was like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "We got the Brady Bunch episode coming on tonight." It seems like everybody kind of likes these, and we're going to try to end up doing more of them like that. And there's your other half right there, Brendan. Thank you for being here. Look else who we got, Mr. John Lindsay. There's you another great class that you can take. John has just been on absolute fire this year. He has got a very, very good steak class as well. He also cooked a killer pork steak on there. If you're interested in those classes from John or Terry or any of our barbecue pit masters and steak grill masters, go check them out at bbqchamps.com. Here's one of our alumni himself, Mr. Chris Cheney. It was great visiting with you here a couple of weeks ago down in Trinity, and good to have you on the show tonight. Now we got another champ. This is another one. Man, we got all kind of folks coming out from BBQ Champs. We got Miss Marissa Overson. Thank you, Marissa, for being here tonight. She was the 2020. Got that right, Marissa? Let's see, 2021, and we're in 22. Yeah, the 2020 SCA World Champion. I think I got that right. And she has got a phenomenal class as well. And you might want to take a look at it. Once again, bbqchamps.com. Mr. Brian, thank you for being here tonight, buddy. Good evening. How's it going? Going pretty good. A little hot, but hey, that's part of it. It's the deadgum summer, and the dog days of summer are here. So glad to have you on the show tonight, Brian. Henry, thank you for being here all the way from Crowley, Texas. 105 in North Texas today. It has been absolutely brutal, that's for sure. Joseph, thank you for being with us tonight. Jody, thank you for being here. Good evening from East Tennessee. The classes in Be Extreme season have helped me get a third last weekend. Yes, congratulations. And we really do appreciate you giving us a shout out. It allowed us to go in and we shared it on our Facebook page on Sunday. It's always great to hear how our alumni is doing, and y'all have been absolutely crushing it here lately, so congratulations. Lane, thank you for being here. That's another part of Be Extreme team, and another outstanding cook right there. So let's see, low 80s, and I'm jealous. Randy, thank you for being here, buddy. Toby, we appreciate you joining our show tonight all the way from West Virginia. Wow, man, we're reaching far and wide. Running a little bit late. No, you made it just in time, Jeremy. We're just now getting started. Got about 45 folks already on board. Stick around. We've got a lot of things to give away at the end of the show. We got a gift card to give away from the barbecue store, $50 gift card. I'm giving away another one of our backyard barbecue classes. And at the same time, David with Gunter Wilhelm is going to be giving away a knife as well. So, and then we got discounts galore from every one of our manufacturers. So, we'll get to that here in just a minute. Let's see who else we got. Zach, how you doing today, buddy? Appreciate you being here. Gordon, as always, we can always count on you being here week in and week out. BJ, thank you for being here. I think I read on a post that you're going to try to come up to Paris, Texas, and maybe a little ways from you. But I think you're going to enjoy its first cook-off, and it looks like I think it's a state championship cook-off as well. I'm undecided if I'm going to be able to make that one or not. If I do, make sure you come look me up. I am definitely wanting to meet you. Let's see. Darren, thank you for being here. Emily, thank you for being here. Carlos, we appreciate it. Yes, I did get it right. Whew, pressure was on. 2020, that's the champ right there. Thank you, Erica, for being here. I don't know if did you get your card? And I saw James post 2 cards, and he automatically took, the one that was some, I don't know, baseball player's jersey. How do we know that that's not the one that you wanted? So we need to have a talk with James about that. He just immediately decided that he was going to pick the number. Ladies first. You're the better cook anyway. Let's see. Brandon, thank you for being here. Look at here, Miss Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for being here. Appreciate you being on our show tonight. I don't know if I've caught you on the show in a while. So, Steve Noble, thank you for being here. Love to see Mike. Let's see. I learned something every week on your show. Well, I appreciate that. Got another outstanding one on here. This is another one of BBQ Champ alumni that has been absolutely crushing it. Mr. Steve, cookout coach from up in the West Virginia area. He has just absolutely been tearing it up in KCBS. Took Corey Mike's class about 3 years ago, and not quite 3 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, and was cooking the KCBS backyard division. Dominated that for about 2 years, then rolled off into the pro division at the end of last year and this year, and already done had perfect 180 scores 2 or 3 times, a couple grand champions. 700 pins, and I think one of them 708, somewhere in that area. It's up there. Guy's been crushing it. Steve, man, congratulations. We're very, very proud of you. Let's see, Alfred, thank you for being here. The guest that we had last week, Mr. Philip Breeden, LC Barbecue. Philip, thank you for joining us tonight, brother. I hope you are doing well. Let's see, thinking about barbecue restaurant names. Give me your idea, everybody. I'll let everybody give you some ideas on that. So, Doodle Q checking in. How you doing, Corbin? Thank you for being here. Brian, let's see what you got. Dustin Stanley says, I can take that gift card. You're going to have to earn it. So, let's see here. Barbecue greetings from Saginaw, Texas. Thank you for being here, Brian. Let's see what we got. How y'all doing? And we got a lot of folks on here tonight. That's awesome. Hello, Alan Jackson. Thank you for being here. And Spur 199 SCA State Cook-Off this weekend in Fort Worth, Texas at the SCA headquarters. Okay, so there is a cook-off there in Fort Worth, Texas, so that is pretty good. And Jeremiah, thank you for being here. Also, make an announcement as well that Outlaw Barbecue was able to secure the Marksville competition that they have down at the Paragon Casino. Back behind it, a big, beautiful RV park. If you look over, I got it right, the shoulder, that's one of my trophies. I've grand championed that competition, I think in 2018. I grand championed again in 2020. It's a phenomenal competition, and Outlaw Barbecue has picked that competition up. It will be a state championship. All competitions in the state of Louisiana are jack qualifiers. And as long as we get over 25 teams, that one generally runs usually around 40, 45 teams. So I'm very excited to have that one as an outlaw barbecue cook-off. And I think BCA, the Barbecue Cook-Off Association, is going to be doing the ancillaries on Friday night. And the Outlaw Barbecue Association is going to be running the barbecue competition for brisket ribs, chicken ribs and brisket on Saturday. So it's kind of a unique deal. It's pretty cool that they've put that together and wanted to get that information out there as well. Let's see. Brandon Woody Williams, Weber Ninja checking in, loving BBQ Champs. Thank you, buddy. We really do appreciate it. Give us them shout outs. If y'all are out cooking and y'all are taking our classes, give us some shout outs, because everybody that's doing it now, as soon as we see that we're tagged in it, we're going to put you over there on our Facebook page, give you some recognition. And then what I'll end up doing, I'm going to try to keep a list of all these. And what I'm going to do, we're going to try to have another Brady Bunch of BBQ Champs alumni to give you guys the spotlight, to bring you in on the show. And we may have several of our alumni on here at one time. So we got a lot of big things that we've been working on, and we're really excited. We really got some folks that we're wanting to in talks with about doing some filming, but it is just so hot right now. I think our cameras would melt out there trying to film in this kind of heat. So we're going to kind of push everything off to the fall. And I got a couple folks that we are talking to and hoping to get some new content out there for you come probably early to mid-fall, probably more like mid-fall. Eric, thank you for being with us tonight. Another one all the way from Virginia. That is awesome. Travis, man, I hate to hear that you had to shut your website down, but I understand it's tough, and you have to make some decisions sometimes that you may not like. But man, we're behind you 100%. If you ever need anything, you let me know. If you still got some rubs that you need to get rid of, you let me know, and we'll try to help you any way we can to push out the remaining bit of the product that you have. So, John, thank you for being here. Yes, it is a very, very hot summer. Well, look, without further ado, I think it's about time. Seems like we got about 50 folks here, so we're really excited about that. It's our Manufacturer Midway show. All of our partners that have been behind BBQ Champs for so long, we could not do the things that we do without them. We have massive support from these guys. I'm going to just run through them because we got a couple of them that could not make it. Be Extreme Barbecue, Danny Helm is with us tonight. The fine folks at Prairie Fresh. I have been cooking Prairie Fresh ribs now for about a year and a half. Absolutely love them. I can't tell you how many top 10 finishes I've had since switching over to Prairie Fresh. If you need Prairie Fresh ribs, you can get them at Raider Red Meats. RaiderRedMeats.com. They're out of Lubbock, Texas. They're part of the Texas Tech University. They carry all of their prime St. Louis cut ribs, which is the rib that I love to use. So take a look at those ribs if you're in competition and need a little help with ribs. It is an absolutely phenomenal rib. Also, Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop, Mr. Brian Crawford and his awesome products, the Crawford Barbecue products. Brian was not able to make it tonight. We thought he was, but we do have a discount for him as well. Also, Texas Select Seasoning, Mr. Wild Bill. We got a coupon for him for all of his product. We'll give that to you here in just a second, but he could not make it with us tonight. Gunter Wilhelm Knives, Mr. David is with us tonight, and we're excited to talk to him. Also, the barbecue store, Mr. Dustin Stanley. We appreciate his support carrying all the products that we use in our class. It's always great to have people like Dustin and Brian that we can direct people to. So when you're in there watching those classes, you can just add it to your cart, whichever one of these guys you want to use, and load your cart up, buy the classes, and load your cart up as you're watching them with the goods that these guys are using. Also, Mr. John Lindsay, all queued up Steak Shake, and his fine line of product. He's got several rubs out now, and always appreciate his support as well. And also Daigle's Barbecue, sauces and rubs. Gail's got some absolutely fabulous products. She just said, Mike, I really don't want to be on camera, but I just want to give everybody a discount, so we got a discount from them as well. So look, we've got about 50 folks on here, and see if I've missed anybody. We got Judy. Thank you, Judy, for being here. James, let's see. What's up, Mr. Mike Steele? Wish us luck cooking our first SCA event this Saturday. Good luck. You're going to need it because that field has done gotten very, very, very tough, but you guys are great cooks. So Prairie Fresh Competition ribs are in my local food line. I bought all of them. I tell you what, it is great to be able to walk into a grocery store and go pick them up. They are absolutely awesome ribs. Let's see. I love these Texas trophies behind you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Well, without further ado, let's start bringing in some of our guests. We will start off, well, since I've gotten him first one on the list, we'll go ahead and bring him in, Mr. Dustin Stanley with the BBQ Store. Buddy, how are you doing today?
How's it going, Mike?
Man, I'm doing great, Dustin. I really am. It was good hanging out with you a couple weeks ago down in Trinity. It's not very often we get to cook together. I don't get down to South Texas very often, but it's always fun when I do, and it's always an honor and to be able to hang around you, talk to you. And I know after the competition, we got to go out and eat with your entire family, and it was really a great time, man.
Yeah, we appreciate the camaraderie. It was a good evening, and it was a good cook up in Trinity. We like that cook. It's where we'll end up retiring one day, so we like supporting that community and hoping to put something barbecue related down in that area here the next couple of years. So it's a good place to go. We enjoyed it. It was a hot one though, for sure.
Ooh, it was definitely hot. There is
2 days
no
of hot.
doubt. 2 days of hot. That first day, Friday was nice. Overcast all day.
Yep.
Saturday wasn't too bad until the very end of the day. Sunday, it was hot.
It was brutal on Sunday. Yep.
It was brutal on Sunday, no doubt. So Dustin owns the BBQ Store. His website is the Bar B, as you see. It doesn't have a B-E. It's just a B, qstore.com. The website is up. He does have a coupon code that you can use. It's BBQ Champs Academy. As you see, BBQCA is the coupon code. You get 15% off anything in his store. Dustin, thank you for doing that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of folks that may take advantage of this if it's mid-year and they're looking for some supplies. So Dustin's one of our partners. We ask that you support these guys. And BBQ CA gets you 15% off. Also, at the end of the show, Dustin's giving away a $50 gift card to one lucky winner. And you're going to be able to have plenty of rubs and sauces and stuff that you can stock up on. Thank you, Dustin, for doing that.
Yes, sir.
All right, up next, let's see who else we got in the wings. Well, we got Mr. Danny Helm, so let's bring him with Be Extreme. Danny is the owner of Be Extreme Barbecue. How are you doing, Danny?
I'm doing great. Happy 3rd anniversary.
I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Y'all been with me since the very beginning of all this, and it's been quite a ride. And the numbers just keep getting better, and the attendance that we're getting to the website is just overwhelming. And we just keep working and doing things, and I've got some things that I'm working on to continue to keep this freight train rolling. And certainly glad to have you part of BBQ Champs Academy. So let's talk a little bit about your stuff real quick, Danny, and then we're going to get David in. Now, he has got, his website is beextremebbq.com. Extreme is spelt with an X, so if you can see it here on the screen. He's got a coupon code. Now, his coupon, he did not know he was going to do BBQ CA, so he just did BBQ Champs. So Danny's is BBQ Champs, and he's got a bundle. And if I recall, Danny, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but is that one of every product that you've got? Is that the bundle?
Yes.
Okay. So you can go in and order one of, tell us about the rubs that you got. I know you got one sauce because I've used it several times in competition. So tell us what you've got, because I've got several of the rubs sitting behind me. I know we got a Stampede, a Cajun Dust, a Grilling Dust, a Fiesta Dust, a Steak Dust, and whatever I'm missing. I mean, I love them. They're sitting right here behind me. So what have you got, Danny?
Mike, we have Steak Dust, we have Texas Dust, we have Grilling Dust, Stampede Dust, Fajita Dust, Devil Dust.
Wow.
Cajun Dust.
Okay.
And the sauce.
And then the one sauce.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have this?
I think I got them all.
Yeah, I was trying to help, but I didn't have all of them up here. So anyway, so do you have on the website when you go to it, do you have a bundle that they can click it and it puts all of those in the cart at one time?
Yes.
Okay, so it's on the website.
The coupon is all lowercase letters.
Yeah, okay. It's all lowercase.
Yes.
Yes, I don't know if it matters. On mine, it doesn't matter if it's upper or lower. When you type it in, it still works. But just if you know, it's all lowercase BBQ Champs, and it's 20% off, but it's only if you buy the entire bundle, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm running that for a week.
And you're running it for 1 week. All right. I tell you what, it is a great way to get all of your product. You have got some very unique rubs. The ones that are obviously my most favorite rubs is the steak dust. I love that. I do so many online cooking classes that I can't tell you how many bottles of that stuff that we have went through. And the grilling dust is magical. It is probably one of my favorite all-time rubs. The sauce is phenomenal. The fajita rub is just, Terry just ruined me when he came in and he did his ancillary or his second class. I mean, it was just, the carne asada was just absolutely amazing. And now that I've got it with the fajita dust, it is just absolutely awesome. So,
well, I would also like to say, Dustin carries all my products too.
Oh yeah, Dustin has every bit of it. That's for sure.
We sell them there at the store.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, next up, we got the man, the myth, the legend that everybody dreams to be like. This man right here, Mr. David with Gunter Wilhelm Knives. Hello, brother. How are you doing?
Good evening, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Watches us.
Man,
it's
David,
good to be.
It's great to have you on the show tonight. And I think we had you on about a year ago. And I think you educated us so much on knives that it was sick at the stuff that I learned. And you got a lot of knowledge. And I tell you what, I push your knives every time I'm out and about on the show. I mean, I'm just going to say this real quick, then I'm going to ask you some questions. But if you guys and gals are out there and you are looking for a knife, and I've got some pretty high dollar knives that I will put these Gunter Wilhelm knives up against some of my $100 and $150 knives all day long, because the edge that these things hold is absolutely phenomenal. And they are wicked sharp, and they hold an edge as good as some of my $100, $150 knives. And it's just a tribute to what he has done in the steel and the way he manufactures these things. Wicked sharp, and they hold an edge incredibly well. David's website is gunterwilhelm.com. Now, the coupon code is, you see it, it's GW-BBQ Extra 5. And I'll explain that to you. David is in his 20th anniversary. He's got 20% off everything on the entire website, but he wanted to give all the BBQ Champ listeners an extra 5% off of that. So you may say, well, I'm only getting a 5% discount. Understand, everything's already 20% off. This is an extra 5%. So you're basically getting 25% off everything that's on his website. So David, thank you for doing that, brother. Tell us a little bit about the 20-year anniversary and just kind of what's been going on since we've last talked.
Well, everybody is coming back to life, and I think that barbecue is a strong example of the robustness of life and cooking and family and values and friendship. So this is what is happening right now. For us, it's 20 years since we started in a small basement. And we took it from there. Behind me, you see some of the trophies. All the way to the top is the White House, the Award of Excellence on this side, the best product of, I'm sure that a lot of the listeners knows Amazing Ribs website, Meathead. It gave us the best product of 2020. We have all kinds of great activity in those 20 years. We had a lot of achievements, and we already have plans to continue, to grow, to improve. Thank you for the support. Things that a lot of people don't understand about knives. They look the same. But I always say quality matters. And yes, you can pit our knives against knives that are 150, 200. We also went all the way to $500 knives, and we beat them. And I think that a year ago we spoke about the standard, how you do it, how you check your sharpness, your edge retention. So yes, we are pretty good, and since we are the manufacturer, you cut all the middlemen. So you, by definition, you are saving 60 to 70% of the cost.
Yeah. So, I didn't think about that because I've often wondered, like, how in the world are your knives so inexpensive for the quality that they are? I just, I tell people, like, I'm in these cooking classes that we do all the time online, and they're always asking, what knife are you using? What knife are you using? I'm like, go to Gunter Wilhelm. This is the, 8-inch chef knife, Pro Cut series, or it's the, the boning knife. We got a little 6-inch boning knife that we use. And I just tell them, now, I use the Lightning Pro Cut series. I love that knife. It handles great. It's got the microband handle on it. I love it. And I keep telling them it's a very inexpensive knife for the quality. And now, I guess I didn't pick that up the first time, but yeah, you cut out the middleman and you're selling direct.
Yep.
Yeah. That makes it
This is a
nice.
huge difference.
Yeah,
we've been in those 20 years. We've been in some big boxes, and the markups are, for my taste, are huge.
Right.
And thanks to the internet, you can go and sell direct. Obviously, I prefer local locations, but they are not as greedy as the big boxes. So yes, you can handle it, test it, run for it, and you can do it locally. But at the end of the day, we are the manufacturer, and we are happy to expand our reach.
Right. Well, I tell you what, Justin, if you're needing some knives, now the ones that I use the 8-inch chef knife. The Lightning Pro Cut series is the series that I use. I use the 8-inch chef knife exclusively for trimming my brisket. That thing does so good. I can just get my hand underneath that bottom. I can go right across the top. It stays super sharp. I use that one. I use the 6-inch boning knife, and that's great for like trimming out ribs and stuff, getting the fat off the top. And then the 3.5-inch paring knife, I use that for all of my steak trim, and then plus in the kitchen in the house and stuff like that. But I think if you've got those three knives, the 3.5-inch paring knife, the boning knife, the 6-inch boning knife, and the 8-inch chef knife, it doesn't hurt to have that 10-inch slicer. Oh my gosh, I love that thing. Super sharp. It's great for slicing up all the prime ribs and stuff that we cook. So you've got a complete arsenal with those knives. It covers any duty at that point. So, and that's just, I mean, I don't know how many knives you got. I know you got several series, but those knives are just special to me. And I think, yeah.
See that right there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see that big patch, Gunter Wilhelm patch right there. So, and I
great supporter.
Yeah, and on top of that, Dustin was talking to David before the show, and I think Dustin's going to perhaps talk about looking at seeing about bringing these knives into the barbecue stores. So it'll give you a chance to be able to get them. So anyway,
yeah, we're going to get it going.
Yep. Okay, so we got a question. Do you sell sheaths? I know I've got a pack, so.
Sheets for the knives?
Yeah.
We have different types of sheets and blade protectors. Some of the items are out of stock, but hopefully in 2 months we will have everything back. But we cover the whole array of knives, but not all of them look the same. It's a challenging time with production right now.
Right. Absolutely. I can only imagine. Yeah, he's got some great blade protectors. He's got a nice little case that I've got all mine in. And so, yeah, he's got all that stuff listed on the site. So let's see what we got here. I have a little collection of David's knives. Love them. Just want to say, David and staff, thanks for helping me out at the competition this year. KCBS SCA on getting knives for me after awards at the last minute. My original plan canceled on me 3 weeks before my competition. The team who got the knives awards. We're super excited to get them. So there you go. Appreciate you doing stuff. David's really good about helping folks. He's really been behind the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation and giving Joey knives to be able to give to the men and women that's coming through his organization. And I think didn't you donate like almost $1,000 worth of knives last year to Joey?
Last year it was about 2,000.
2,000. Wow. So this guy loves the barbecue community. He loves the state community. He's supporting it. David, just to let you know, Dustin is a huge supporter of the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. He has put on a complete series this year with Joey of 6 competitions, Dustin?
Yeah, we've done 5 of the 6 so far.
5 of the 6 so far, and the next one's coming up in El Campo in August. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mid-August.
Okay, so Dustin has done a lot to help Joey as well, and David, I know I'll just go ahead and thank you for him, but I just know Joey, he appreciates it. He really does. So
it's very important mission, and I'm really honored to be part of that. It's really important to give back and to understand what those heroes are doing for us.
Yeah, 100. Hey, we wouldn't be where we are without them, right? I mean,
so
thank all of those guys. So, all right. So if y'all have got any questions for these gentlemen, please fire away. This is a good time to ask some questions. I do want to get to I'm going to kind of run over the coupon codes again, just so you'll have them. So Danny Helm has got his bundle. Coupon code is all lowercase. BBQ Champs get 20% off. He's got a bundle on his website that gets you every one of his rubs and a sauce, 20% off. Dustin at the barbecue store, coupon code BBQCA, 15% off everything on his website. We will have a $50 gift card to give away at the end of the show. I'll also be giving away one of our backyard barbecue classes at the end of the show. And David is going to send Dustin a knife to ship out with whoever wins the gift card is going to win one of David's knives. And what are you going to give him, David? One of the bony knives?
Bony knife. It's very, very popular knife. Yeah,
6-inch bony knife. Versatile knife, works for everything. So also, if you're looking to get the knives from David, you can use coupon code GW-BBQ Extra 5. He's already got 20% off the entire website. This is going to get you an additional 5% off, but everything is already marked down 20% on the website because it's 20th anniversary. Also, I want to talk about this. Wild Bill with Texas Select Seasoning. We had him on here about a month and a half ago. He has got some amazing rubs. 15% off everything on his website, TexasSelectSeasoning.com. Use coupon code BBQCA. It gets 15% off. He did tell me that coupon, he was going to run it through the end of the month. So you've got till the end of the month to use it. Check it out because he has got some absolutely phenomenal rubs. There's one called Juicy Pig that we kind of like in the barbecue competition, and a couple of other ones as well. His Brisket Rub is phenomenal. I know some of the SCA cookers are using a lot of his product. He told us that on the show here a couple of months ago. And also, we got Brian Crawford Barbecue products. Brian Crawford was not able to be here tonight, but Brian is a huge supporter of our show as well. LoneStarBarbecueProShop.com. You can get anything on his website the same, BBQCA, 15% off. So if you want to use that website, you can. And so check him out. And he's got some great product as well. His Crawford product is awesome. I love his seasonal. It's a really good balanced rub. So be sure to check that out. Last but not least, one of our last partners that we got is Daigle's. Gail does an amazing job with her sauces and rubs. I use this stuff in all of my competition. You can get 10% off using coupon code BBQCA. BBQCA, and it's Daigle's barbecue sauce. You know, I did not even put the website up there, but if I recall, I think it's Daigle's, D-A-I-G-L-E, Daigle's barbecue sauce. And it's Daigle's, and it is DaiglesBBQ.com, D-A-I-G-L-E-S, BBQ.com. and I'll see if I can get that added to it. So if anybody's got any questions, please, now's the time to ask. I'll go monitor the chat real quick. Okay, got a question here for David from Justin. David, will you be at any of the Pennsylvania or New Jersey competitions coming up?
Yes, the next competition in Smoke in the Grove, PA, on the 29th till the 31st. I probably will have to leave on the 30th, but yes, this month I'll be in Smoke in the Grove, Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. And what about next month? You got any of this up in New Jersey area?
It's very hard to find the competitions here. I know that the big next event that we are going to be is going to be the American Royal in September. So this is a major event for us. The other event, it depends on availability, what we can do, when we can travel and stuff like that.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, I'm going to the Royal. Danny, are you going to the Royal? You don't. Yeah, that's right. You don't do the barbecue. I know Terry's probably going to go do that SCA cook-off if they're still having it.
Well, they do have the SCA cook-off there again.
Okay, are you going to go to that, or is just Terry going to go to it?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. All right. And Dustin, I know that you're not going to be able to make it, but you said your son's thinking about going. Corbin, who's been absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, Corbin's been doing really well. Super proud of him. He ended up 8th in IBCA for his rookie year. I think that's a really good accomplishment. We pushed him pretty hard. He just recently bought his own trailer here about 3 weeks ago. He was able to purchase a trailer from someone, and he's been the last 3 weekends off the circuit, basically restoring the trailer, making it their own. So he literally just pulled up in the driveway with his trailer. He's happy out there like a kid with a new toy.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, Dustin, I tell you what, I want to talk another little bit. I mean, people may not know it. You carry about every rub, grill, charcoal, sauce, supplies, accessories. I could go on and on, known to mankind. But they may not know that you've got your own rub. And I want to talk a little bit about this brand called Fired Up Barbecue. Because I tell you right now, I have used this stuff in a lot of classes, and I use it around the house all the time. I've even played around with incorporating it a little bit on ribs in competition, and it's Fired Up Barbecue Rib Tickler. Now, this is the one that is kind of my go-to. But why don't you tell me, tell everybody a little bit about your line of rubs and how many you've got, because I think there's a lot of people that just may not even know that that's your rubs.
Yeah, so, the barbecue rubs for me started a long time ago when I was in barbecue, and we started, playing with other people's rubs. I started back in the day with Fiesta and Rio, and I blended those seasonings together, and I come up with an amazing brisket rub. And I was like, I don't even know how to take these two corporate America rubs and become my own. So after, 15, 16 years of winning with the Grand Brisket, we did really, really well. That was before I say barbecue market changed and the way the seasonings and everything have done. But we did really good with our Grand Brisket. We have 6 different ones, but this is our Grand Brisket. Grand Brisket was our first. Rib Tickler was our second that we had. And believe it or not, that's kind of what we started out with. We started out with just playing with some rubs. I took some of these commercial seasonings because I didn't know the breakdown. And I was buying seasonings in 40 pounds and going to Sam's and buying raw garlic and mixing stuff together until I got a good blend. But then I had to take them and have them all broken down to get my own blend right. And so then we started co-packing. And really, I had an in to a friend of mine that had a chance for me to go to an academy. And so we sat down with the people at the academy, we talked back and forth, and the numbers just did not work out in my favor. I mean, it's a great calling card. I just was scared of being so young and so new and trying to get into the barbecue market when you see all these big boys out there. I kind of just started peddling myself. So I picked up a couple of local meat markets, and fast forward 3.5 years, we now have the barbecue store, which is 5,500 square foot, nothing but barbecue. And we sell a ton of our rubs. We have a lot of people that like our rubs. They're a little different than some of the traditional rubs that are out there. I carry a lot of amazing products. I got Danny's, I got Bill's, I got Phil's, I got them all. But we sell a lot of our own product right there in the store. So we co-pack it right here in Houston, and we got all of our stuff right there in the store. We ship it out, and we have a pretty good following. You know, when I first got started, I sent a whole bunch of sample packets out, and I was sending them overseas, and I realized things get kind of expensive to send a sample packet for $40 over to Germany. So I kind of pulled the plug on that. Just started pushing the product, and so we now have 6. We have a brisket rub, we have a steak and chicken rub, we have a rib rub, we have a Texas GPS, which is made with coarse grain kosher salt. We took the same product and added charcoal to it for your pellet cookers. That way you get a little bit better bark. That seemed to do really well. And then we have a Texas lemon butter, which is basically lemon and dried butter. And it's really good on a lot of seafood and fish and chicken products. We sell that a lot right here in some of these local meat markets.
It's really good on fish and chicken.
Yeah,
really good. It's really good.
Done really well with the rib tickler. Rib tickler's been one of our best, and our beef and bird has been our second best. That's the one. Our beef and bird, you can use it just about on anything. It's kind of a very coarse grain, all-purpose rub. I use it on spaghetti, eggs, casseroles, chicken breasts. It don't matter. Whatever you put it on, it's got a good flavor profile, but it's very coarse. So even on a good steak, it makes a good coarse layer on a steak, and that's used as well.
Has a good bark on it and stuff. Yeah, and that's what I like about the rib tickler. It's got kind of big chunks to it, and it's very, very well balanced. It's got a great flavor, and it gives great color on the ribs. So it definitely will just add that little extra zing to it. And like you said, I mean, it's worthy of competition. I mean, I've been using it on and off at competitions for the last probably 6 months, and just playing with it in different ways, and it really is a very, very good rub. So, all right, so we've got a question.
Some of your classes too.
Huh?
I said it's done fairly well in some of your classes.
Yeah. We do a lot of online virtual classes and stuff, and this is my go-to when we're doing the ribs, and I know that he gets repeat business off because people call me like, oh my gosh, these are the best ribs that I ever cooked. This rub is amazing. So that's always a good thing. So we got a question, and this will go to Dustin, and it'll go to Danny. How did you market your first rub or sauce? So Dustin, I guess you just kind of told us a little bit. You just got it and kind of went door to door with everything, right? Trying to just get in small mom and pop places.
Yeah, when I started, I just wanted to get out there and kind of get it going and see what it was. And, I never realized, never shot for big box stores. And the Academy thing kind of just a fluke. I had someone that had some in with some big high wig people. And, it all sounds great. When you sit down at a table and you're starting figuring out your portions and what you can sell and your margins and all that. And if you've got an attitude to go fight like I do, I fight every day for business. And if you got that attitude to go fight, you can make way more money just by pushing your own product. You don't need to have a big box name. And so, I feel blessed that our products have pushed us to where we are today, because like I said, when we started out, we just thought we'd have 5 or 6 seasons. We'd be peddling them at different stores. And, now we've got a huge barbecue store with over, 4,000 different kinds of products in there.
Wow. That's amazing. All right, Danny, what about you?
I kind of agree with Dustin there. I mean, we started out small. I really didn't think, it was going to be what it is today. I'll put it that way.
Right.
And, I mean, first season that I ever come out with basically was my own, because I was cooking for competition then. And I've told this story before. I had too much salt in there. Mm-hmm. And so I cut the salt out. And that's how I developed all my other seasons. And a lot like Dustin, a lot of the meat markets and stuff like that, the backyard stores, I'd put it that way. If people are going to a meat market, they're going to look for product. Mm-hmm. And it's better than going to big chains.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. And it's really done us well. And I know Dustin does a good job. Very good job. And I mean, you show up in these smaller markets and help people out, it really goes a long ways.
Right.
A lot of respect goes there.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Thank
David,
you.
what was your break, David, getting in? Was it hard to get into, I mean, knives, I mean, that's got to be a pretty competitive market. There's a cajillion knives out there like rubs and everything else. So how have you done, what have you done to kind of position yourself to get a little piece of that market?
Honestly, I don't know. but seriously, not with rubs and sauces and food, the feedback is immediate. With knives, it looks the same. It's very challenging to differentiate yourself from the big brands. And bear in mind, some of them are 200, 300 years old brands that worth billions of dollars. So we started in a very small fashion, food and wine shows and markets and stuff like that. We had the break in 2009. We entered some of the biggest boxes in the country. It was a huge exposure. And in 2016, we decided that it's not the right place for us. And as I said, the markups are insane. It's very challenging on the shelf when you are in the same quality but in the same price, and everybody knows the other brand. Nobody knows you. So if you have brand X or brand Y, and there are 200 years in the market, of course they are going to check them for the same price. So we pulled out, and we are doing well. We are going to restaurant events and regional, national. May we had almost in parallel to the Memphis in May. It's called the National Restaurant Association show. It's the biggest food service event in the country, probably in the world. So you are doing this, and again, you go out and you meet the people. We met a few times on the road. Danny, we met a couple of times in barbecue events, in steak events. You need to meet the people. You need to understand what they are looking for. And there's nothing that you can do by sitting in the office. It doesn't work like that. To develop a new line like the Lightning, it took us 3 years to do that.
Right.
To have the right size of the handle, to have the right geometry, the right heat treatment, all those things come together. It's a huge process. And then you go out. At the beginning, nobody. Oh, this is a cheap knife. The Lightning looks cheap because it has plastic handle. No, it's a super high quality knife.
Yeah.
That has the plastic handle. So what?
Right.
And it took it a long time. And if I have 1 minute, I will give you an interesting story. You've been in the American Royal last year.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that I went to the American Royal was the first time that I started barbecue. And I go with the van to the American Royal, and I go through the gate, and I say, I cannot repeat it on camera because I'm recorded. I say, I have a problem. I'm by myself going into the American Royal and all the infield, 500 teams. It's insane.
Yep.
I called the office. I need assistance, whatever. I'm running the event by myself. And this was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Right.
Last year, you were on the infield and recording, and we had the champion of the chicken, Gunter Wilhelm.
Yep.
Using Gunter Wilhelm. Champion of the ribs, pork. Brisket was not a Gunter Wilhelm team, and the grand champion was the Gunter Wilhelm user.
Right.
This is in 5 years. You do it by hustling and bustling, and I can say super great things about my product, but you also need to have a good product.
Yeah.
And I believe that we have a very good product.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, I mean, Dustin, wouldn't you agree? And Danny, I mean, you've got to get in, you got to grind. You know, if you're going to make it work, you've got to get in there and do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I tell it all the time, and I say this openly: is that in the barbecue circuit, I see stores popping up here and there. We've been footprinted for 3 years now, and
there you go.
it was not easy. I mean, we had to hustle. We had to go ahead and grab our customer acquisition. We grabbed that and we tried to hold on to it. We got special things that we do to try to make our customers feel like they're the top. And I wish anybody business success, because that's what we have here in being in America. You're able to go out and fight for your piece of what you want, and we do it because of our freedom in the States. And that's
right.
not to say from some other places. And that's one reason why I support Texas Chrome Heroes, because without those men and women that doing their daily job that they do for us, there's not one of us that are on this podcast cannot be here doing what we're doing tonight without them. And so our family has always been a giving family. We give back, and we try to help anywhere we can. But when Texas Chrome came along, like I told you before, Mike, I met Joey through you, and God puts people in places sometimes, and you continue to see your success by the way you promote yourself and the way you present yourself. And I think with what we do as an organization in a business, people see us giving back. They want to make sure that they support a business like that. It's all about getting up, pulling up your bootstraps, going to work every day.
That's it, 100%, 100%. Danny, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yes, 100%. And I got to tell you right now, the best knives I ever had in my hand are Dave's.
Yeah.
They really are.
I've had a couple different brands, but when I got a hold of that knife, it was like, man, this knife is just, I couldn't believe how it held the edge. That's all I'm gonna say. It just, I one time trimmed 7 briskets. My son-in-law was wanting to do when the COVID hit, and he was like, I've got to find something to put in my little pub. What can I do? And I was like, look, I've got a big FEC 500 smoker. We can cook 10 briskets and 16 pork butts on that thing at one time. And I said, let's start off. We'll do like 7 briskets. I trimmed out 7 briskets with that knife and never touched it with a steel. It was razor sharp. I've got a Wicked Edge Pro sharpener. I mean, this thing is, I probably need to do a review on that thing one time. It's $1,000 knife sharpener, but it is stinking incredible at what it does to a knife. I mean, any edge you want on it, I can go down to tenths, 14.8, 15, whatever you want. And I had it was razor sharp, but I went through 7 briskets and never hit that, never even touched it with the steel. And finally, when I got to the 7th brisket, I was starting to have a little bit of trouble cutting. I was like, it's finally died. David, 7 full-blown briskets, buddy. I mean, that's an incredible. When I saw that, I was just like, wow, that's insane. So let me do one thing here real quick. Alfred, you asked just a second ago, promo codes. I've been flashing them up on the screen, and I'll keep flashing them. So you need to take a look. I'm going to run through them again, but each one of these have got a code for each one. Most of them are the same. A couple of them wasn't quite the same. Merv, let me answer your question real quick. Where can you get them? RaiderRedMeats.com. RaiderRedMeats.com out of Lubbock, Texas. They can overnight their ribs to them. They got great shipping as well. RaiderRedMeats.com. Gunter Wilhelm is all we use. Seeing David in person and being able to ask him questions and get answers means a lot. Cool beans. So, anybody got any other questions? We've had quite a few on here. Dustin, you got anything that you want to say that we're cutting off or anything? Got anything you want to promote? Any product?
I think we're doing well right now. All our products seem to be moving fairly well. It's a seasonal uptake. Some move better than others, but we have a few that that continue to grow. And I've been knowing Danny. I met Danny at the I think it was at the hell was it called? The big dang thing for IBCA
The
about
Showdown
3 years ago, and that's right. Yeah,
Showdown. The Showdown.
I met you before that.
We got his product from there, and we've been selling them ever since. And I'm excited about getting Gunter Wilhelm knives in and trying those out and trying to push those at our store. And with us being in the centrally located area where we're at the store, we're Houston to Austin, Dallas, San Antonio. We're right centralized in everybody. So we pick up a lot of clientele from a lot of different areas. And we're excited to see the new products keep coming in. But I don't really have one that I push over the other because it's any given day, one will outsell the other. So I'm excited about the growth of our store and our location. And I'm looking for our second location to be coming here soon in 24.
Oh, you're opening up another location. Well, do tell.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Where are we going
Yes,
now?
sir.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Now I got you on the show. What are we going to talk about? Oh, I got another store coming out. You ain't even told it. Where you going? When's it coming? Where's it going to be at?
We're going to be branching out and doing a couple of different things up around the Huntsville area. Like I said earlier in the show, Trinity is going to be our retirement area up there at the River House, and so we're going to put in another location. Corbin's wanting to do some type of restaurant, so we're probably going to put in a restaurant and try to have a place for like party patios and those type of things, cook-off areas, so we can have some big area. But we're also going to have another store up in that area, so we're excited to see that. We're going to start that out in 24.
Okay, that's cool. See there?
Yeah.
All right, so I've kind of run through all the coupons. I hope if Daigle's barbecue sauce and rubs. Look, if you have not tried their Daigle's pecan sweet Cajun pecan garlic sauce and glaze,
It's amazing.
You're missing out. And their jalapeno applewood is amazing. You need to check those two sauces out. They are phenomenal. Okay. Brian Crawford, don't want to forget him. He's got a beautiful store as well. If you've never tried his product, the Crawford Pit product stuff, his seasonal is phenomenal. His Alamo Dust is phenomenal. He's got some great rubs. He's got a coupon code, BBQCA, gets you 15% off. So you can get all of that from Brian. Wild Bill, don't want to forget him. TexasSelectSeasoning.com. We had him on about a month and a half ago. He's got some really cool stuff. And one thing about him, he co-packs all his stuff in-house. And he has quality control over everything he does. He makes fresh batches all the time. And if you do a lot of gaming, wild game stuff, he has got some amazing rubs for wild game. So check it out. His coupon code is BBQCA. It's TexasSelectSeasoning.com. And I hope I've got that right. I hope it doesn't have an S on the end of it. Let me check real quick. Texas Select Seasoning. It is got an S on it. Glad I just caught that. See if I've got it. Yes. So always catching myself. I don't have nobody helping me out here. I'm gonna go in here. I left an S off of Danny's name. Now I've left an S off that. All right. So here we go. It's TexasSelectSeasonings.com. I guess I need to go put the S over here too. And one more S. Sorry, Bill. I've got it though, Bill. And I'm giving you extra airtime here. So it's Texas Select Seasonings. It's TexasSelectSeasonings.com. Coupon code BBQCA. BBQCA gets you 15% off. I highly recommend his Juicy Pig. I'd highly recommend his Basic Beef and his Brisket Rub. Those three are phenomenal. And then he's got another one that's the Chipotle Cowgirl. Chipotle Cowgirl is something special for a finishing dust. I'm just saying. So check them out. They're really, really good. All right, so it's about 8 o'clock. It's about time. Let's see if anybody got any questions. Danny, will you be in Fort Worth this weekend during the SCA? So there's a question for Danny. You gonna be in Fort Worth this weekend with additional seasons to buy?
Yes.
Bring some rub. Looks like Alfred wants some. Let's see. Thank you, David, for your supporting Team B. Yep, always. David supports a lot of teams. All right. So I think it's time to give away some stuff. So, David, let's real quick give you a chance to any little closing comments that you want to make. Anything that you want to talk about real quick.
I don't want to do a propaganda to our knives. I think that they speak for themselves. However, for the 20th anniversary, I want to thank the barbecue family, the grilling family, and the food sport family. This is something amazing that I was exposed to it only like 5-6 years ago. And I think on this screen we have Danny, that is a great guy, great supporter with a lot of good people in his team. I'm looking forward to know Dustin personally and start the collaboration there. Obviously, the BBQ Champs Academy, I think it's a wonderful activity that helps so many people to start doing the competition. And even if they are not doing the competition, it elevates. We are all here. I think that the common thing for all the manufacturers, all the vendors, everybody here is trying to elevate the cooking experience of the barbecue, the food sport, the backyard, the home cooks. It doesn't matter. We elevate the culinary experience, if it is by offering a better meat, a better rub, a better sauce, a better technique, better tools. And this is what we are doing together as the family. And I'm really humbled and honored to be part of that.
Well, David, I'll tell you right now, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate your support with BBQ Champs. You've always been here and helped us, and we're going to keep trying to get your brand out there in as many stores as we can. We've got them in a couple stores. Now it looks like maybe I've got to introduce you to Dustin, and fingers crossed you'll be over there in Dustin's store as well. So, goodness gracious. Soon. Yeah, absolutely. Danny, got anything you want to say?
Basically the same thing as what Dave's saying. You know, it's very humbling to start out with a company that, you know, used to work with another company, and then you come along and you create something, and, you know, you can retire from your other job.
Right.
And start working with it and stuff. And I know Dustin's doing the same thing. Pretty sure Dave done the same thing. But 20 something years, you know, with Dave and even working with Dustin and, you know, the rest of the other companies we deal with and stuff. I mean, it's a great experience.
Yeah.
And I have people ask me all the time, well, how does it feel to get beat by people using your own seasoning?
It's great.
I don't have a problem with it.
It's great. It's the greatest thing ever. So, absolutely.
I love to see people do good. I really do.
Oh,
and a lot of people don't think that way, you know. But I really do. I love to see people do good.
Oh, hey, our barbecue guys, I mean, when they have students come up and beat them at competitions, they love it. I mean, they absolutely, you know, there's no resentment, because if they weren't, they wouldn't be in here trying to give updates to their class and everything else. They want to see them succeed. That was the whole purpose and everything behind BBQ Champs. People are like, well, how much are they really giving? Well, apparently they're giving them a damn enough that the damn guys are going out there and beating the dadgum teachers. You know, I mean, what more can you say about that? Steve Dotson, I couldn't tell you how many freaking grand champions, reserve grand champions, perfect 180 brisket scores, this, that. He has sold probably 25 classes for us from Corey Mike's up on the East Coast, and those guys buy it, and as soon as they go out, I mean, there was 3 or 4 guys that bought it when he was on the show, and every one of them went out and immediately top 5 brisket weekend after weekend after weekend. Now, if the classes didn't work, you wouldn't have that damn kind of result. And those guys, they love it. I mean, they're just like, this is great. This is how we're going to grow the sport. And it's made it to where, you know what, you're selling more rubs because of it. Dustin's selling more rubs because of it, because it's made the dadgum barbecue stronger. And I know for a fact it's done the state competitions that way. It's going to get to a point now, if you ain't taking a class on BBQ Champs in the SCA, you're going to have a hard time, you know, getting consistent top 10 calls. So,
well, Dustin can tell you probably the same as I can. You know, it shortens the learning curve with BBQ Champs Academy.
No doubt.
You know, and it's just, back when I started, you know, back in the 90s, I mean, you kind of dug into people trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
And to be in the business, you know, of competition for 32, almost 33 years now, you know, BBQ Champs Academy has come a long ways with a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
And
this will definitely help.
I mean, it shortens that learning curve.
Yeah,
Very much.
at least 2 years in the barbecue, no
And
doubt.
I just appreciate sponsors like Dave. Sorry.
It's all right.
I mean, hang on one second.
Put him on hold.
We got a lot of people behind us,
Right.
that reached out to us and stuff like that. And I mean, it's a great experience to have those kind of sponsors behind you and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well,
look at this.
Yeah. There you go. Look at there.
I got a lot. He told me one time he got a lot of knives for that cup.
There you go. That's it. All right, Dustin. Let's give away a gift card. So Dustin's got a question, and now look, we did this here a couple weeks ago, and I had people. I answered before he did. Look, my stuff is in real time. Your stuff may come across the screen 2 seconds faster than somebody else, and you see that your post was before theirs, that your comment was before theirs, when actually it wasn't, okay? Because I'm looking at it in real time, and I had to take a couple screenshots of the time and said, look, actually you was 5 seconds behind that person, and there was 2 other people that beat you to it. So we're fixing to get ready to give away some stuff. Let's see, Mike, I believe everyone will agree with me on this. Thanks for creating BBQ Champs Academy for us. This introduced us to these great products and great people. Thank you, Alfred. I really appreciate that. All right. Bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate that. All right, so let's do the giveaway first. Now, this is going to be a giveaway for a $50 gift card, and David is going to send Dustin a 6-inch Lightning Pro Cut Series boning knife. 6-inch boning knife, the Lightning Pro Cut Series. That's the one. That's the one I like, David. I think it's great for barbecue guys because of the handle and stuff. We don't have to worry about bacteria getting in it. So, Dustin, I'm going to get to my comments. First person that gets this right that I see come across my screen, my stuff is in real time. That's going to be it. Dustin, I'm going to let you ask the question, and whoever gets the answer first will get the $50 gift certificate and the 6-inch boning knife. Go ahead, Dustin.
All right. 2022. After 3 years in business and looking for a tagline, the barbecue store received its tagline, which is now used at the Humble Rodeo by Alan Freeman and Logan Clark. What is the tagline at the barbecue store?
It's the tagline that is at the barbecue store. So whoever gets this first, it's his tagline. Does anybody know what the barbecue store's tagline is? Uh-oh. All right, it just wins. Nope. Barbecue forever. No. Come get it. I guess y'all can see these. It's going to be curious to see if y'all see them in the same order. Now, right now, they're not flooding in at 100 miles an hour. BBC and get it. Oh, no. Keep on. Keep BR549, Laura Blunt. We got Laura on the show. A little bit of magic in every bottle. Nope. Keep the smoke light and have a lot of fun. Now, come on now. Let's get it now. What is the barbecue store's tagline? Truth. This is funny. All right, man, we should have put this out at the beginning of the show. Dustin, you may have stumped everybody. And so far, we have not been able to stump nobody.
You made it too hard.
Yeah, well, people not paying attention because we've used it a lot.
Is it posted anywhere on the website?
It's posted multiple different places, a lot of hashtags. It's posted on some of our pro staff's pages.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. The barbecue store where you go to win.
Whoa, looky there. Eric King.
There we go. Eric King. All right, Eric.
Where you go to
That's
win.
the winner right there. The barbecue store where you go to win. That's the winner. Everybody can stop. He won it. Eric, congratulations. It's over. He's won it. Nobody needs to keep doing it. Eric won it. Eric, here's what we need you to do. Dustin, how do you want him? I tell you what, you want him to just reach out to you in an email, or do you want him to message you on Facebook?
Just tell him to reach out to me on Messenger or call the store. Either way, the numbers are out there. My cell phone number's out there. Tell him just to reach out to me, and we'll get him taken care of. And I'll get with David. We'll get that knife, and then we'll get with Eric, and we'll get it all to him.
Okay, Eric, give David a couple days to get a knife, get it boxed, get it shipped to him. So maybe by today's Tuesday, maybe by Friday, probably by Monday of next week, he'll send you the card and the knife. Probably be Monday or Tuesday. Eric, see if you can find Dustin on Facebook. It's Dustin Stanley, Stanley. Did I get that right? It does have a D in it, doesn't it? Yep. Dustin Stanley. See if you can find him on Facebook, Dustin Stanley, Standley, and he'll be the owner of the barbecue store. And if you can find him, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you found him, and just shoot him a message, and then you can give him your first and last name. And he's got your first and last. He'll get your. Just email him your or message him your address and a city, state, zip, and all that, and maybe a phone number, and he'll get that to you. Give him a week or so to get the knife in from David. All right, so that's the first one. Congratulations, Eric. And if you have any issues, you can't find him, you can reach out to me. But you should be able to find him. He's all over Facebook. He's a sensation. So barbecue store where you go to win. So love it. All right, now then, we're going to give away a backyard barbecue class. This is going to be our 20 championship backyard barbecue class. If you already have the backyard barbecue class, I don't know why you would want to play again, because I can't give it to you again. You've already got it. So here's the question that we've got. First person that answers this question correctly will get our backyard barbecue class. If you've already got it, maybe you might not want to play. But here's the question. Which one of our barbecue pit masters has won a world champion cooking lamb? Which one of our barbecue pit masters has won a world champion cooking lamb? First one to get it right gets the 20 championship backyard barbecue classes. Ho, Smitty! Justin's got it. Smitty was the first one. He has actually won the lamb championship in Australia, I think 2 times now. I think he won it back to back. So, yes, Sterling Smitty won the lamb championship. I think it was back to back in Australia. He was the first one to get it. So, Justin, I think you have bought a class from us before. If you have, give me a thumbs up real quick. If you do, I can add that class to your account before you blink. So, let me know. I think you have bought a class from us before. Could be wrong. Yes, I have. Okay. Justin, as soon as I get off, it won't take me but a second to run in there. I'm going to drop you the backyard barbecue class. You got all 20 of them, and I hope you enjoy it. Look, guys, I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. Dustin, you got any final words, buddy?
No, I want to appreciate your time, Mike. Thanks for everything you do for barbecue. Appreciate everything you do for everybody out there and making sure that their products get recognition. And for David, I'll be in touch with you soon. And we look forward to selling a whole lot more Be Extreme. There
you go. Danny, real quick.
Just remember, Jesus loves you.
That's right.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Dave. I think it's been a pretty good show. And Mike, you always do well. Like I said, we appreciate everything you do, for the new beginners, shortening out the curve and everything else. And if you don't have Dave's knives, you need to check into them.
100%.
And, I know Dustin's going to.
Yep.
So anyway, trust in the dust, baby.
There you go. David, last words.
Well, the only thing, I'm looking forward to meeting you again before the 4th anniversary of BBQ Champs Academy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
It's a great show. It's a great activity that you are doing. I'm honored to be part of that.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, David. Lord willing, I'm going to get a chance to see you at the American Royal again this year. We're looking forward to it. So, well, thank everybody so much for being here. Yes, we appreciate it. I'm glad you liked the show. We really just wanted to give everybody a chance. You know, the good thing is if you don't have the coupon code, I flash them coupon codes up 100 times throughout the show. You can go back, you can watch it again, you can jot them down. You can use any of these codes that we've got. Some of them expire pretty quick. Some of them go to the end of the month. So if you're looking to get something, I would suggest you go ahead and take advantage of it tonight or tomorrow. And I think, Danny, didn't you say yours went to the end of the week?
Yes.
And Dustin, how long does yours go? Does it go toward the end of the week?
Yeah, we're going to go to the end of the week.
To the end of the week. David, same thing. So so just look, I don't want them to run out on you. Go in, get them. Okay, now's a good time. So I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of you guys, all of our partners. I can't do what I do without you. And thank you for your love and support. I want everybody to go out there, have a lot of fun.